Once you know the right size TV for your room, the next step is figuring out the features you actually need and then avoiding the ones you really don't. A lot of people overspend here, but the truth is the features you need depend almost entirely on how you use your TV. So instead of chasing every tech term you see online, let's match those features to how you actually watch. I put this chart together to help you out. You can think of it as your personalized chart or spec sheet. The price ranges are for a 65-inch TV just to keep things consistent, but the features, they apply to any size. Before we dive into the categories though, if you're finding this guide helpful, please take 2 seconds, hit that subscribe button. It truly helps the channel out. So let's walk through each category so you can build a short list of specs that fit you. And then in the next video, I'll show you how to quickly use that list to find the best deals out there. So for everyday use, if you watch a mix of news, shows, YouTube, just normal everyday stuff, that 60 Hz TV, it's totally fine. LED and QLED panels, they work great here. They get bright enough for typical living rooms, and they give you this clean, solid picture without paying a lot for that higher end tech that you probably won't use. This setup usually runs around $250 to $600 for a 65-inch TV. And for most households, that's exactly what you need, a reliable, bright, good-looking TV. Gaming, that's a different story. You really do want that 120 Hz refresh rate. That's what gives you that smooth motion and less blur when you have fast action going on. OLED or mini LED panels, they both work really well here because they give you the deeper colors and better contrast. You'll also see VRR and ALLM. They're just acronyms, but what they mean is the gameplay will be smoother and more responsive. And you do need HDMI 2.1 to send 4K resolution at 120 Hz from those newer consoles. That's the connection that actually unlocks the higher refresh rate and the advanced gaming features. You will pay a bit more, usually $1,000 to $1,008 for that 65-inch gaming TV, but you're getting the features that actually matter for gaming. Sports also benefit from that 120 Hz refresh rate, and that's because everything moves so fast. The players, the cameras, all those panning shots. Mini LED is ideal here because it gives you a very bright, kind of punchy panel, and it looks great with lights on or daylight coming through the windows. You'll see manufacturers often mention motion enhancement for sports. That's the processing that helps the fast motion look cleaner. Some people like it, some people turn it off, but it is part of this category. And price-wise, you're looking at $700 to $1,300 for a pretty good 65-inch TV for sports. The last category is movies. And if movies are your thing, a dark room, big picture, OLED, that really gives you that cinematic feel. The deep blacks and the rich contrast, just another level there. Refresh rate is not as critical. You can go with 60 Hz or 120 Hz, really depending on your preference. But you do want HDR. Either Dolby Vision or HDR10+, those are the big formats. They make movies look more detailed and dynamic. But this ends up being a little bit more expensive of a category, around $1,200 to $2,200 for that 65-inch TV, mostly because of the OLED panel and the HDR capabilities. So that's the big idea here, match the features to how you'll actually use the TV. Because once you know the size and you know the features, you can ignore a lot of that noise online and really focus on the specs and the features that make the most sense for you. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to effectively search and find the best deals out there quickly, using the specs that we just figured out. See you in the next video.